Hey everyone, it's Mackie. I'm back with 3 plugins from Sample Science and Bedroom Producers blog. Now they emailed me and I was like, what are these things? And the first is a Game Boy drum box. That's right, a Game Boy drum box. It's a virtual instrument that has sounds from the Game Boy. And you can use that to make drums. I am super excited to see this. I'm super excited to play around with this. In a second, I'm going to show it off in my DAW. But this is the first of 3 of their hidden gems. Now, what I would say is if you're not signed up to Sample Science, I think I've talked about them before. They are fantastic. They have great models of how you can approach purchasing from them. A lot of their really good stuff is free. A lot of the other stuff is a pay what you want, and a lot of other stuff is very reasonably priced for what they do. So here you can see this is saying either we can pay 0 or we can pay a fair price. Once you do that, you literally click I want it, and then it'll take you to a bit where you can download it. There's a bunch more information on how it works. Like I say, I'm gonna download it, load it up, and play around with it. So that'll be the next thing that you see. I'll put a link beneath this, and I'll also put a link in the video probably about now, so you know where to go and get it. Okay, so we are loaded up GB drum box, and you can hear just how cool it is. That is just one of the settings, one of the prefixes. Let's see. You've got different kits. They haven't put names on them. What? There are lots of options. You can get some really interesting sounds out of this. Like I say, there's also kits to play around with. So I'm gonna have a little bit of fun with this and see what we can make. So if you're making anything that's like chiptune, I think this is perfect for that. Or even if you wanted to add like a video game flavor to anything that you're making. So you could probably like make drums and then duplicate your pattern if you're doing it that way, and then add this just to add like a little bit of like I say, flavor, I guess. But very cool. So I would say, hey, if you like those kind of retro game sounds, this is fantastic for that. Okay, here's a little something I put together. And that's just with a little bit of time, just worked on a pattern. And you see like, this is just running through their drum kit. So I think you've got a lot of possibilities in what you could do. And obviously you can adjust all of these, you can change them, you can have different settings. So that is GB drum box. Okay, this is the second one. So this is from 99 Sounds. And this is a free drum player. Literally, all you need to do is click on this, and then you can download it. There's a little bit of a YouTube video so you can see what it does. There's 20 kits, 14 drum channels, and you can do multi-sound output. And again, for the amazing price of free, I actually already have this, so I don't need to download it again. But literally, you just click on this. Again, if you want to pay more than free, you can absolutely do that. If you want to play 0, you can play 0. Either way, absolutely worth picking that up. So again, I will put a link to this underneath, and I'll also put a link about now. And again, we'll open up my DAW and we'll show off what this 99 Sounds drum player does. Okay, this is another track with drum player that we just got. So we are going to play around with that. I'm going to try and just create a simple pattern utilizing this and see what we can get. But again, you've got lots of options, an analog kit, something in the style of a C64 kit, cassette 808. Let's hear that. I love that sound. You've got cassette 909, dubby, dubstep, 80s, electro, Game Boy kit, but I think maybe not as in-depth as GB drums, a drum player. Heat kit, lo-fi kit, all sorts. So I'm going to create a quick pattern in that and then share that. Okay, and you can hear now, I've just made a pattern, and then I'm just working on that. And then, you know, we could play around and we could say, this is a thrash kit. But what I would say is obviously build your pattern on what feels like it makes the most sense for you. So for me, I was building on the thrash kit. You know, and I'm at 115 BPM. I just like this little groove that I've created. So that is 99 Sounds drum player. So yeah, check it out. And lastly, and certainly not least, is BPD's cassette drums. So again, entirely free. The only thing that you need to make sure that you do is you enter the code free drums. And you say, I want this. You say, I want this, and then it will apply the discount code, and then you check out. And that is as simple as it is. Again, 3 very cool drum things. Again, I will open up my DAW and show off cassette drums now. I'll also put a link to cassette drums now, and then also that will be beneath the video. And now we're going over to the DAW. And finally, we're going to create something using cassette drums. So we're just going to add a track. And then you'll see this is what cassette drums is like. You've got 606 clean. Okay, interesting. 606 warm. Oh, okay, you can hear the difference there. 606 hot, 808 clean, warm. You got lots of options. An MFB. Oh, interesting. Okay, so I'm going to quickly create another pattern and then run that through this in cassette drums. I'm going to pick the one that I think sounds the best. So yeah. Okay, so as you can hear in the background, I've just got a 8-bar drum loop. I'm using MFB clean. I'm at 120 BPM, and this is just a nice little groove. And the thing is, you know, like while I'm doing this, I'm thinking, oh, I could do this. You know, I'm thinking about melodies and all kinds of things I could layer on top of it. It's giving me good ideas. So, look, that's 3 sets of drums. drum instruments, entirely free, worth picking up. Again, the links will be below, and the links will have been previously earlier in this video. But in the meantime, I've been Meki. If you want to do me a massive favor, go check out my music on all platforms. There will be a link below, and there will have been some of my music just at the start of this. And yeah, check me out, give me a follow, all of those wonderful, fantastical things. In the meantime, I've been Meki. Go check these out and let me know what you're making. Let me know if this has inspired you to make some stuff. In the meantime, I'll see you next time.